The Eagles are trying to secure the NFC East, not validate something that happened last year. What's going on, folks? This is Coach Markus, Pro Fan Talk, and let's get one thing straight. Been hearing a lot of noise from Eagles fans on the radio, sports talk. Everybody wants to beat the 49ers so we can shut them up, kill all the trash talk, eliminate whatever excuse they had from last year. And I will say it like this. Last year was last year. Last year has no bearing on what's going to happen on Sunday at 4:30. I'm not trying to give anybody any comeuppance. I could care less about how the 49ers feel about what happened last year. I don't care about what the Eagles fans feel about how we were disrespected last year, all of that kind of stuff. It is irrelevant. I want to win on Sunday because if we win on Sunday, that pretty much secures us the number one seed going into the playoffs. That is what we're playing about. It ain't about bragging rights. It's not about getting somebody back for trash talking. None of that crap. That stuff does not matter. The only reason they saying that is because it gets a lot of response and clicks and viewership and people tuning in on these media stations. That's it. But at the end of the day, if you them guys in that locker room that has to get on that field and get down to business, you don't care what everybody else is saying. Hassan Reddick said it best. All the boo-hoos and all the stuff that happened last year, Sunday, y'all gonna line it up and you're gonna have a chance to do it. I don't like hearing all of the stuff like trying to validate what we did last year. None of that stuff matters. I don't care who's in the lead for the MVP voting. I don't care who people think has the best team. I don't care who's number one in the power rankings. And I said the same thing last week with the Buffalo game. But this attitude seems to persist because everybody wants to be right. When they line up at 4:30 on Sunday afternoon, we got to be the better team at the end of the day. Put more points on the board. I don't care how we do it. If you want to say we get lucky, say we get lucky. Don't care. Eagles are behind the eight balls. Yes, we have the best record. But I'm saying it from the standpoint of look at how this schedule is all messed up for us. We're playing back-to-back teams, the two best teams in the division, arguably. We got to play San Francisco, then we got to play Dallas. San Francisco's coming off a bye. Dallas is coming off a long week because they played last night on Thursday. They got an extra 2-3 days rest. We playing two teams consecutive weeks, and both those teams have extra rest. And then they change the Seattle game to Monday night, and they screw us again because we got to go cross country. So now you put an extra day on our schedule, but that's an extra day of travel. And it just screws everything up when you take a team out of rhythm. And you make that change this late in the game? Like, come on, man. But at the end of the day, we got to deal with it, fair or unfair. We got to get out there. We got to handle our business. And my keys to the game, very simply, our linebackers have got to play. And we, as a defense, we have to tackle. San Francisco, they come out in the 21 set. You get two receivers on both sides, one back. And they'll shift into different formations. Sometimes they'll take one of those receivers, they'll put them at fullback, they'll use Kittles or the tight end. They'll move them into different situations. They got 3, maybe 4 sets that they run all the time. And most of the time they will shift into the different sets from that 21 personnel. Now what that does is that usually depends on how they line up, and they do this on purpose. They will make Deebo Samuels and Christian McCaffrey, they will put them on the inside, so technically they will be lined up where the tight end would be. And what happens is, depending on what defensive package you are in, those inside receivers are being covered by our linebacker. Having a linebacker on Deebo Samuels, that can be bad for business. So Sean Desai, you're going to have to earn your money this week. Christian Ellis, you're going to have to earn your money this week because we got to see you show up and you got to have a plan for that or they're going to eat us alive. Again, we'll find out what's going to happen 4:30 on Sunday. Go Birds.